Have you ever had one of those moments that made you say, karma's scary? I'm not talking about a moment of enlightenment, but rather when you see someone who totally deserves what they get and you say to yourself, wow, karma works. Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. In this video, we'll be looking at instant karma moments that were caught on camera. Let's dive right in. You all know what they say about revenge, right? It's best served while hot. In this clip, this cyclist decides to kick the other guy's bike and thought he could get away with it. Well, he was wrong. In the next clip, this guy messes around with the electric bulb thinking no one's watching. However, this huge security guard comes out of nowhere and drags him away. I just hope he doesn't get hurt. See this guy? He decides to taunt the driver of this car by throwing a cup of coffee on the windshield. Well, he got exactly what he deserves. In the next clip, this lady gets a taste of her own medicine. This driver doesn't pay attention to the man and his dog trying to cross the road. Instead, he zooms off with the cops in hot pursuit. This next driver skillfully attempts to skip slowing down and tries getting ahead of the other cars by maneuvering his way through the front. Unknown to him, the cops are right behind him. He tries overtaking and the siren comes on. See these neighborhood kids? They were trying to mess around with the owner of this house by breaking a few things at the doorway. But unknown to them, they were caught on camera. The man rushes out trying to catch them but stops knowing the CCTV camera got him. The cops got involved and this is what happened next. And this is what happens when you try and steal a bike without checking to see if the owner is anywhere nearby. See this guy trying to break into a car by throwing a brick at it. I'm sure he didn't expect what happened next, but he definitely deserved it though. Purposely slipping and falling's a scam to try and get money from an insurance company, but this woman's scam is too pathetic. She actually got charged after making it appear that a sprinkler fell from a ceiling and injured her. This driver clearly has no clue as to the traffic rules and regulations, breaking the law with the law enforcement agents catching up with him and definitely giving him a whole lecture on traffic rules and regulations. Before you drive in the snow, make sure the snowman is happy with you. This guy crushes a snowman and decides to go drift on the snow. He loses control of the wheel and falls immediately. Hilarious and karmic. After getting high on something that I'm not sure of, this lady decided to go on bringing down parked wheels. But uh-oh, seems like the cops are there and she's not gonna get away with it. This driver was trying to show off in the park by doing a burnout to impress everyone, not aware that the cops were right behind him. Watch what happens next. These TikTokers snatched a guy's pizza to try and make a fool of him for a video skit. However, he got the best of them when he snatched their phone right back. A cautionary tale to always mind your business. This lady falls after messing around with the barman who carefully arranges his things into a box. He takes the drink in front of her and she goes straight down while trying to stop him from drinking it. Have you ever wondered what happens when you try and disturb your sleeping colleague? Well, here's what happens. In this next clip, this guy breaks someone's windows and tries to run, but boom! Beaten in his own game. I just hope he survives the clash. This guy was sitting in his car when a cat comes licking the vehicle glass from outside. He tries to chase the cat away using his legs, but instead cracks his windshield. In this clip, a driver shoves a passenger out of the taxi when he tries to litter a bottle of wine on the road. This driver wanted to skip waiting in line at the traffic light, so he decides to keep on moving while every other car waits, but he doesn't see the cops coming. Talk about getting busted. Watch as this little girl hits the cat. The owner of this car made a very expensive mistake and parked in the wrong place at the wrong time. The firefighters had to pass the hose right through his car to get their job done. And that's why you never park next to a fire hydrant. Now we got this not-so-smart guy who got tired of watching himself tear up from cutting onions, so he decided to get a little revenge on the onions, but fell in the process. At this point, he's obviously sick of her overbearing demands as he slaps her with a bunch of money. In this next clip, this guy pours water down the building without caring who gets wet, but luckily, he slips from the same water and takes a tumble to the ground. This lady could clearly see others going down a path, but in her high and lofty mind decided that she could create a better path to go on. Just watch what happens to her. These guys decide to get out of the car to start a violent fight with another driver without checking their back seat to see who's watching them. Oops, the cops drive straight to them and suddenly they realize they should have never picked a fight.
Oh, I fucked up. They fucked up.
These guys try to steal the tires from a car belonging to another family. Luckily, they couldn't complete the job before getting arrested by the cops. In the next clip, somebody tries to overtake a semi-truck, but the truck got the best of them. Watch what happens to the person's car. This dad tries to prank his daughter, but it turns out she's smarter than him, and he ends up getting water splashed all over his face and shirt. This is what happens when you get into a fight with a driver while drunk. This drunk guy gets into an argument with an Uber driver after alighting from the car. What he doesn't realize though is his phone is still in the car. Let's find out if he got his phone back. This mischievous kid spills water on his mom after tricking her into making different animal sounds. Don't worry though, he slips on the water that he spilled and hits the ground with a big bang. Hear what he has to say about karma.
Okay. Okay, what sound does a pig make?
Oink oink.
Nice, okay. How about a dog?
Roof roof. That's a pretty dumb test.
Okay, what sound does a whale make?
I don't know.
Come here. I'm sorry.
That might be history right there.
What, karma really is a bitch.
This driver decides to show off his cool sports car and swerves to the wrong lane without checking who's in the back. That's when the cops catch up with him, and you'll agree that he'll be fined for that.
Instant karma.
Instant karma, yeah. Oh.
In the next clip, this guy decides to disobey the traffic lights and keeps on moving. But soon enough, the cops are on his tail and give him a hot chase.
What was that? What is that guy doing?
Okay, Garmin. Save video.
Oh, yes!
Okay, Garmin. Save video.